Hello, everybody who's out there, if you can hear me. Just in the way. Hi, Renee. How are you? How was your day? Oh, busy. Yeah. I am doing okay. I'm working on changing my camera angle so people can see what I'm working on better. I just had some time this afternoon because something I thought was going to happen isn't happening. So I'm just working on that. And I figured I feel like crafting, so might as well do a little of that. Here's my cute little bun bun. Find a place for my bun bun. Yeah, isn't she sweet? She's just a little hobbyist piece, but she's fancy because she has pretty eyelashes. I've probably shown her before. I'm a little obsessed with her. She sits on my desk and watches over me. So, yeah. Just doing some organizing. Got my toothpicks with the teddy bear toothpicks. Not sure what I'm going to do with this little cute bear, but I love these fuzzy guys. I have a bunch from that I ordered. Oh, they fell out. I better put them back because they're white and I don't want them to get dirty. Get in there, teddy bears. Keep you clean, teddy bears. Yep. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have those things that make you smile. I just had some cereal with oat milk. And you know how kind of makes a little frog in your throat sometimes? Like, I thought it was just dairy that did that, but apparently it's also oat milk. So, for me. So, yeah. Just had some cereal. Teddy bears. I guess I'll put a little purple bear with the white teddy bears. Let them commingle. I think the purple one is actually real vintage from like the 80s. And these other ones are just new. Oh, hi. Little dust on the bottle. You told me your name the other day. Let's see if I can remember. Slide on. Darn it. Is it Susie? Sandy? That's our friend Sandy. Hi, Sandy. How are you? For some reason, I thought you changed I don't know. I thought it was a different name that you changed it to. I got a couple people confused, I think. How are you doing today? I know. Isn't that silly? How's your day? I don't have a real agenda here except for just to work on some stuff. Might do a little painting. So I made these little replacement bows and bow tie for these vintage figurines that I have that are missing their bow and their tie. Oh, good. Sewing and taking out at the moment. Nice. So I made these out of clay and I was going to paint them and then glue them on. I know. Got these at a really great price because they were missing their bows, and I thought I can make some. So I think they're the right proportion and the right shape. Not sure. There's a couple different versions of these out there, so I'm not sure exactly what was on these pieces, but I like the looks of these, and I think they'll look pretty good. So I think I'm going to paint them white with polka dots. Maybe gold polka dots because there's gold on the little spaghettis. See this one missing some spaghetti right there. But I don't care. They're cute the way they are. So I have those to paint. I think they're dry enough for me to paint. This, I don't know if you guys have used this air dry clay, but it dries so fast that you have to work quickly. Otherwise it gets kind of crumbly and you have one of them. Poodles, nice. Oh, hey, Denise, how are you? How's it going? What are you up to today, Denise? And then I also kind of cleaned my area. I vacuumed and made space for this tripod over here where I have the camera, just to kind of get a different angle. I moved this over because, well, I thought I needed to, but now I don't really like it here. So I'm going to be kind of just playing with stuff a little bit today. I guess it could still be on the other side. I don't know. It would be kind of nice to have it over here. I don't have to reach across to do that, but it's just kind of inhibiting my space a little bit because I just have this little desk. That's okay. I think this is enough space for now. I'll get this cord out of the way. And then with that air dry clay, I also made some Easter eggs and painted them. So I was going to try to put a over the top glaze on those. And yeah, I've just been kind of getting into repairing things. I've been meaning to do that, and I've had some really good success so far. For example, here is she had a little chipped ear right here, and so I molded a new top part of her ear with that air dry clay, and it adheres to it fairly nicely. It adheres to the bisque, the porcelain. It's kind of a lightweight, cheaper porcelain. This is an Avon piece from 1992. And very lightweight. It's a salt and pepper shaker. But I thought it deserved new life, so I did that. I painted the pink on the inside and the white on the outside, and I sanded it before I painted it, and then I put a clear glaze on it. Now, there are a few rough spots I think I can do better, so I think I'm going to sand it down. And I'm just using like a little fine emery board. Shelly, hello. How are you? Shelly Johnson Huerta. Is that how you say your last name, Huerta? I like that. Thanks for coming in. So I need to, let's see. I like to make people blue who I know in my chat. So I'm going to do that. Shelly, I've seen you before. I think you're a real person and not a bot. So I'm going to turn you blue as well. That way, if you have a channel, if you have links that you want to post that the things that are coming up on your channel, we can kind of share and promote each other, then you can do that when you're blue. Oh, so Arcta. No H, yes. Okay. You know, I should have taken Spanish. I didn't take Spanish. I took French. A language that's basically, well, don't tell the French this, but it's probably a little less useful. I was going to say it's dying off, but I don't think that it's that extreme, but it's not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I've told this story before. I just took French because I wanted to go to France. And I thought maybe the French club class would go to France, but they didn't. We went to Canada instead, which is like just a couple hours drive from where I live. So, does it really? I didn't know that. I know I'd love to learn stuff like that from Apple and other people. Well, thanks for popping in, everybody. Like I said on the name of the show, it's just a pop up. I normally do my crafting on Tuesdays. Well, I actually do it all the time, but on lives, I only do it on Tuesdays. But sometimes, the mood strikes. Feeling in a pretty good mood today. It's kind of bright outside. There's a little bit of sun in between the clouds. And my dad's pretty much in a stable mood as well right now. So he's not needing me nonstop. I was hoping to have a meeting with an elder care law place that is nearby. I never got the confirmation and the Zoom call invite for this afternoon. So reaching out to them again to see when they can make time for me, if they can make time for me. And so I had a little bit of time. Yeah. Well, I think everywhere too. I mean, especially in, I meet people all the time that have Spanish last names, and I just like to pronounce. Oh, is that a recent expansion to your name? Inquiring minds want to know. Sandy, does your name have any special significance? Your new name change? I think that's really cute. I have some dusty bottles. Speaking of which, one of these days I'm going to do a little video tour again of my little collections and stuff. But I have a bunch of cobalt bottles on my windowsill. And with the improved weather and longer days, John's cat has decided that she wants to be in the window again. So she's decided to knock things down, including a potted plant that I put up there, which I hesitated to do for this reason that I foretold myself. But I decided to try it anyway because she hadn't been up there for months and months and months. Well, she decided she'd get up there and knock it off. So the plant's not there anymore, but the bottles are still there, cobalt bottles. So I dusted them. Speaking of little dust on the bottle, see how I go on a tangent. Hi, Donna Maria. How are you? You came back. I know you left us earlier. I couldn't believe it. You said you might be back. I think that was in Trisha's show. Anyway, so I got out the museum wax and I decided, even though the bottles are pretty sturdy, I would hate to lose one of them to that silly cat. So I used the museum wax and affixed them a little more firmly to the windowsill. Now I say a little more firmly because I'm not. Oh, you were back then too. I guess I wasn't. Not convinced the museum wax is going to keep the cat from destroying things. I'm not convinced. But I did that. Now that museum wax is so messy when you go to move something that you have to really wipe it to get it off. And if you want to move stuff to dust, then you have to unstick it back on, and I don't know. I have trouble. I guess I find I just can't be happy with anything, right? So nice. So I smooth the rough edges. This one's even more delicate, so I need to be very careful when I smooth the edges of this one. I also have a charm bracelet I can work on. And lots of stuff. Lots of options, of course. Hi, Pam. Yeah, I think these are from the 1950s, mid-century sometime. And I'm making them replacement bows because when I got them a while back, they didn't have any bows. So I decided to make some out of clay and paint them. Ooh, sprinkle cookie. Oh, stressful. Your work is never done, my dear. Wish I could help you. Pretty easy to sand this clay. Which is nice. Make it smooth. Try to get it smooth when I'm working on it, but it dries so fast it leaves a little roughness to the edges, but it comes off pretty easily. You've only seen small ones? Yeah, these are let's see, 4, 5 inches, 5 1/4. Hi, Spirit. How are you doing, hon? Hey, I booked my our trip to Colorado at the end of the month. I finally pulled the trigger on that. My hesitation had just been because I wasn't quite sure, like where to stay, if we should stay in Colorado or Colorado Springs or both. Where we ended up deciding on both. Mainly just want to go see Heather Elizabeth because I've wanted to visit her in person and then do a little shopping and just get out of town, a place I had never been. I mean, I've been to Denver briefly, but hadn't really explored the area. So I'm going to do that. Now time to pack, huh? Oh, you mean me? Wait, going back. Okay, Donna's going to pack. I'm going to Maryland and then, no, you're going to Massachusetts and Maryland. That's awesome. Bye, Shelly. Thank you for coming in. Come see me anytime, okay? Don't work too hard now. So that's awesome, Donna Maria. For like 2.5 weeks, that'll be nice. We're just going for 6 nights. I think that's going to be a nice trip away. I don't think I've ever done anything that's more than a week, to be honest. I might like to do that someday. I think if I ever make it to like Caribbean or something, I'd like to stay for a good long time. Oh yeah, you got to use them. Use them or lose them. You know, companies these days are doing unlimited time off, which actually in some cases makes people not take as much time off. But yeah, I thought that was interesting, especially since I come from an HR background, at least textbook background in college. Yes, use them. Yeah, get out and see some family and friends for sure. Is that where you're from, Donna Maria? Are you from the Northeast? Kind of sound like you are, so I'm gonna guess that. And you probably told me at one point. I don't remember things too well sometimes. Okay, Massachusetts, yeah. And your sister and her kids and grandkids live in Maryland. Nice. Oh, I'm sure they'll love seeing you. You rarely used your time off, Spirit? Okay. Now, find paper to protect my surface here before I start painting. Has anybody ever heard of this brand? Kate and Macy? Found this bracelet, and I thought they were glass beads, but I think they're acrylic. But they also have some rhinestone beads and some other plastic spacers. These are little flip-flops. Tiny flip-flops painted on the beads. Yeah, I looked at the company up. They they still make jewelry. Kate and Macy. It seems like a nicely made piece. Anyway, I've never heard of it. And then Renee, you reminded me because you posted your journal that you're doing the altered book thing with Claudia K. Vintage. I'd been writing down all the steps that I missed because, well, all of them because I was going to start over with a new book. Still haven't done it. I want to catch up. So this camera is, I don't remember. It's a webcam. I don't remember the specs exactly. It was less than $60 on Amazon. It's one of those like made up names, where it seems like they take a bunch of letters and they draw them out of a hat, and that's the name of the company. So it's not a recognizable. Yeah, 1080. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made sure, and it might have been Donna Maria who told me what to get as far as a 1080 webcam. But then I shopped for what I could afford online, and came up with this one that had good reviews. So, yeah. So it has autofocus, which can sometimes be problematic for me when I'm showing things on a live, but it's still good. It's still really good. So I'm pretty happy with it. Yes. I'm glad it looks good. I think, internet download or upload speeds from your internet provider are also very important when it comes to clear streaming. That's what I'm told. And so with knowing that I was going to do some YouTube lives, we made sure to have a good speed, I guess. I'm honestly surprised this hasn't broken in my hand yet as I'm working on it, because it feels so delicate, and the clay was really getting crackly when I was working with it. So I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be solid. But so far, it feels pretty good. No, I probably jinxed it, right? I think I'm good. I think we're good still. Oh, I think Kathy's on this afternoon. Not sure what time. Kathy Picasso Cat. Oh, she's on now with Denise. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'm not a distraction because I'm just sitting here doing this. Please don't hesitate to go watch her. I was just thinking, what day is it? Who's on right now? Should probably get outside and go for a walk since it's not raining. Try to soak up some rays and get some movement. Let's see, I can put her on my other screen. Maybe do a split screen. Say hello. There she is. Put it on mute. Nice. Forget how to do that split screen thing in the windows. I click and hold it. Pop it out. No. How do I do that? Computer, tell me how to do it. There we go. I saw the layout. There it is. Put that on that side and them on the other side. Then I can't see their chat. Oh, well, I can't figure it out. I'll just do one thing at a time. Well, I'm glad everyone came and said hi before going over there. It was nice. Nice to know that my friends are out there. I'm just going to do my thing, and if somebody pops in and wants to chat, we can do that. There's the gold and the white. Now this white is super white, almost too white. But we'll see how it comes out. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easier to do than trying to do a split screen on my computer. I should just do that. I'll put them on my phone. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, missed a call. I'll say hello real quick before I start painting. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Just doing a little project. You want to take a nap? Yeah. What are you up to today, Kathy? You done any projects lately? Any fun crafts? Sewing or journaling? Make a mess. I watered this paint down at one point, and it probably was a mistake, but it was getting really low, and I needed some more white paint, so I watered it down a bit. I didn't want to have to go out and buy more right then. And I'm never patient enough to let the first coat dry before I start painting the next. Like, I gotta paint it now. I just love Denise. She's so fun. Her personality is really, really cute to me. And I said that to her once, and she's like, cute? I don't know if I describe myself as cute. I think she's really cute. Yeah, drink some coffee. Pam's working on ATC cards. I feel like I should know what that stands for, and I can't recall what it is, Pam. This matte finish paint feels like clay. It's weird. Artist trading cards. Yes, I knew that. I just couldn't come up with it at that moment. Nice. Love that. I've heard about those about 10 or so years ago. And I knew somebody who made a lot of those. And she also took playing cards and altered them and made them into these works of art that she'd frame and sell. And that was so neat. And I've been a vintage seller, I know a lot of the vintage sellers that I work with give playing cards as package toppers, presumably meant to then be used for journaling, junk journaling. You can make them into other things as well. I love the poodle eyes. So I think that's a good amount of white. I'm going to let that dry for reals this time. And then I'm going to use gold. I'm going to let it dry. Use gold to make some polka dots. And then I'll seal it, glue them on. I'm going to go rinse this brush off. Dokily dokily. Oh, nice, Pam. You've sold a lot of them. Awesome. Well, I want to do those things. I just don't know where to begin, honestly. I have collected a lot of supplies. I've done lots of different mediums, stamping and collage, paper work and stuff like that. I just don't know where to begin when it comes to what to do with like those playing cards that I have. So I have my coffee. So yeah, I'm watching Kathy and Denise on my phone. I think what I'll do, well, let me show you this. If anybody has ideas, let me know. I have these. This is a cameo brooch with nothing on the front. When I got it, it had something that it was kind of wearing off. So I kind of scraped it off and decided I would like decoupage a cat face on it or something. So I haven't found the image that I want yet, but I have that to work on at some point. I put a ribbon on it because it has a bail for a silhouette. Yeah, something would be great. And then I have this little mirror that has it came to me like this with nothing on the back, and something was probably there but came off. So I thought I could also put something there. This one though is sort of a padded base, and this is solid. So I'm gonna work on those at some point. But this is really cute, isn't it? Steampunk them. All right, give me more details, Kathy. I need to know details. What do you have in mind? Just gonna work on this ear a little bit more. her ear a little bit smoother. And then I have the sealer, or the Duraclear gloss varnish, polyurethane varnish. I have to say, it says gloss, but it's not that glossy. And I've used it. It doesn't. What I should say is it doesn't mimic the glaze that you would have there. So I need to find some different thing to use on my ceramic pieces. Mosaic. Yes. Do a little tiny, tiny mosaic. So indecisive sometimes. And I'll decide on something and I'll do it and then I'll change it or decide I don't like it and change it. I mean, I suppose everybody does that, but I feel sometimes like, oh, it's a little waste of time. Oh God, a big menu. Have you been to Cheesecake Factory? That's the ultimate. Like, I cannot deal with it. I can't go there because the menu's too big. I can literally not find. I can't make a decision on what I want there. Yeah, well, I'd say don't. If you're worried about being indecisive, don't go to Cheesecake Factory. The only reason I've been there is because my kids and their dad, my late husband, liked it, so I've been there before. But we wouldn't go too often because it's kind of a lot of food and kind of pricey too. Anywho, so speaking of repairing, I repaired this little guy. I don't know if I showed this before. It had a little chip right here, and I painted it, filled it in, and painted it. Like, oh, you like that? Rose Apothecary? Yeah, thanks, Angela. And then right here. But it came to me with this little chip there and hadn't been repaired. It looks like somebody painted over it, unless it came from the factory like that, which I suspect it could have because it is an exact paint match. You can see my paint matches are not that exact. So at least I can tell that it's there, right there. So thanks for coming by, Angela. How are you doing? This was just a totally impromptu pop-up, not selling anything, just doing some crafts. It's a little tiny dragonware cup. Isn't that cute? So cute. I don't care that it has a little chunk taken out of it. And I've repaired the little things. Different metals thing. Oh, I see what you're saying by steampunk it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And Apple knew what you were talking about because she said mosaic. So, yeah. Oh, Kathy, your creative eye and your mind, I just love. I love, love, love. Thank you, Donna Maria. Oh, you're going to mod over there? That's awesome. Or are you going to mod somewhere else? Anyway, that's awesome. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. So appreciate it. Bye. Yeah, Kathy, I love how you think. That's why I love it when you pop over because I want to get your ideas. I want to absorb your brain. Sounds gross, right? You know what I mean. So, those, gonna let these dry, gonna resist the urge. So, I was gonna work on, I don't know if I'm gonna do these today. I don't know if I've totally decided. But I can work on this bracelet, this charm bracelet that I have started. My fan just turned, air cleaner just turned off. So this is a charm bracelet. It has a bunch of charms that are sewing related. I thought it needed some color. So I was going to put some colorful beads on it. So I was thinking this faux turquoise color. I had a few beads from a jewelry lot that I thought I could use. And then I also have some real turquoise chips in here, a couple of them, and some hematite chips. And then I had this. I thought I could maybe, it's a single earring. I thought maybe I could take some of these beads. But I don't know if these are glass or plastic. And there's the head pins. Here's the head pins. You have spaghetti poodle with repaired head. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, I would take them for a craft. I'd pay for the shipping if you want to send them to me. I'm definitely keeping these and not selling them. But if I did, I would certainly disclose they were repaired. I made new bows for them out of clay, and I'm going to paint them. Hey, Christy, how are you? I'm glad you got off work. And then the other day I made some of these on my craft show, and I could make more. I really like how they turned out. I used some little stickers that I had, and then put a little glass cabochon over and glued them on. So I just ordered some more. I had ordered some earrings that I could make these into earrings, things like that. Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll send you my address and the info. You can charge me for the shipping. That's awesome, Possum. How was your show with shoot? You were on with, was it Pam? No. Oh my gosh, my brain. Angela, you had a show recently and I watched part of it. You were so cute. As always. Who did you do your show with? So I don't get to see. Oh, Dee, that's right. Dee, yes. You two were great together. Was that fun? I know you don't have a lot of time to do live sales. Yes, a decoupage. Yeah, on the wooden ones, that'd be great. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's hard. That is hard and awkward when you have somebody claiming who doesn't follow through. Yeah. Yeah, it's that's good that you sold a bunch of stuff. It can be a little time consuming on the back end for sure. I mean, I just had a sale last night with Bridget, the baker's daughter, and sold some stuff to put in some of the open boxes that I have, and then I invoice on Mondays. So hopefully I won't have to run to the post office again for a couple days, because sometimes I can go into the post office like all week. And I really need to watch my gas. So not use so much gas. shoot. I thought I was going to drop one. Where'd you go? Well, it's lost forever, at least until I get down on my hands and knees and look on the floor. There it is. Haha. Thank you. Kicking it over so I can reach it. Okay. Alrighty. I've got these really cute head pins that have like a little decorative thing on the bottom. It's focusing on the cat face. Come on. So yeah, it's just a little decorative thing. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to put, I think this bronzy color would look good with these pieces of turquoise, faux turquoise. And these are single earrings that I was just going to take apart. So I recently bought a big lot of jewelry. Some of it's wearable and some of it's just like single earrings for crafting. Kind of overwhelmed with how much was in it, and when I did an unboxing, I was not that excited about it. I've taken another look and I've gotten, oops, a little bit more interested in it recently, but I don't know. I'm kind of not gonna, I don't feel like I'm gonna do that again, order another jewelry lot, at least not for a while. Because now I just feel like I have all this stuff. What am I going to do with it? so those don't quite match, but I think they might be okay. So they're just slightly different color. Did you say ouch to the sound? Yeah, my pliers slipped off the wire. I call this harvesting. I'm harvesting my materials from one thing to another to put it on another thing. I'm not going to keep these ear wires. I don't think I need to. Yeah, it just slipped off and made that sound. I will be careful. Thank you. So let's see. Use some of those real. It's okay to mix faux and real, right? These have a little oxidation on them. I just got them at a thrift store, but I think they're usable still. This one looks a little sketch. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it was a pack of 13. That's interesting. Ooh, neat. That'll be cool. I've seen where people have taken corsage pins and made them into like little decorative, like faux hat pins. Maybe not this type, but the bigger ones that have the little teardrop top on it. Where did I have them? Oh yeah, I have them over in a shaker. That was my mom's. I want to try that sometime. You and pins have ouch stories. We shouldn't send you any pins then, huh? What's nice about these with a decorative head pin is you don't have to, you can just use this without having to add anything to kind of finish it off, which is great. But I could add that little sparkly bead there. Another sparkly bead there. Even the other one. Let's see if I can add a bronzy one. Experiment and see what I like best. Oh no, brooches have hurt you. That's not okay. Don't hurt our friend Renee. Oh, that's weird that somebody would do that, Angela. I don't understand the point. Like, you're claiming all this stuff. Maybe she was having a few drinks or something and had no intention of purchasing. And I don't know if I should use this big one because it's the only big one. I think I like the bronze colored bead. I haven't done beading in a while. Well, that's not true. I did just made some of those not Larimar. I did order some Larimar beads to make some stretchy bracelets, but I just ordered more of the Lipidolite so I could do more of those. They'll take a while though. They come from a ways away. But when I get those, I'll make more of those Lipidolite bracelets that everyone liked. Yeah, that might work. Just a little bit of color, not too much more. Just, I don't want to overcrowd it. I do want it evenly spaced. So let's see. There. So I want two smaller ones on the outside. That hole is not big enough. Neither is that one. Or neither. Oh shoot, maybe it's the head pin. It's a little bent, that's why. No, what's that? TMU, Tamu? Yeah, you should. I think she's still crafting. I mean, she's not going to stop anytime soon, but I mean, I don't know if she's doing sales, but I know she'd appreciate the materials. I probably will end up sending her some of my jewelry lot as well, because I don't think I can use it all. We'll see. I might get busy crafting. I just don't know. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think I'm going to add the hematite. And let's put this in here. Oh, good. That's good, Angela. So I'll have to write that down because I'll never remember. Okay. TEMU for craft things. That's new to me. Oakley dokley. Let's do some wire wrapping here and attach those. It's like Wish. I don't even know what. Do I know Wish? I feel like that sounds familiar. I don't know. Just trying to do more stuff with my hands because I miss that, and it's so therapeutic, and it's also fun when you can make things to sell because people like handmade things. So I wish that I'd. How long has YouTube been around? I feel like it's been a while, but it never occurred to me to like sell. So back when I was making jewelry and selling it on at craft shows and stuff, I would have liked to have another outlet like YouTube to reach more people. Oh, okay, that's good, Pam. You let us know how it goes. My usual crafting happens on Tuesdays, but I am doing pop-ups now and then. So, like this. So I'd love it if you check back in when you get your stuff and let us know how it is. So I think I'm going to get my wire or my needle nose pliers, my round nose pliers, and my wire cutters. Make sure I have everything ready. My flat pliers. Okay. It's magnetic. That's magnetic. It's been a while, but I think it's like riding a bike. Actually, I'm going to use the shorter round pliers. So there's 4 links in between. I'm trying to decide if I want to respace the charms or just keep it as is. I'll keep it as is. Neat, a label printer. That's cool. Oh, I'm not sure I like these round nose pliers. I should have. I bought them because I couldn't find my other ones. And then I thought, well, I'll keep them because they're shorter than my other ones. And sometimes you want a little bit more leverage, and you can't really get that here on the longer ones as much. But I like these. These are German. They make great tools in Germany. And these are just, I don't know what, probably Chinese. But anyway, tools are important. Good tools are important. Okay, here we go. These head pins are a little firmer than I expected them to be. I thought they'd be softer metal. But that's okay. They're good. Well, I got these tools back in the day from my local bead shop in Seattle. But this one that I ordered when I couldn't find my round nose pliers, I just got on Amazon. I think Fire Mountain Gems probably has some good beadwork tools at reasonable prices. I would probably steer you there over Amazon. Yeah, Fire Mountain Gems. Head pins aren't too bad. They're just from I think they're from Michael's or something. Like I said, I got them at a thrift store, but I think that label said they came from Michael's. And normally I'm kind of snooty about my materials. I have been in the past, not so much anymore. So I'd always get them at specifically bead shops, but those are harder to find because those retail spaces are expensive and everyone shops online anyway. So Got 2 on there. Looks expensive now. Yeah, this charm bracelet needed some color. Definitely, I didn't want to keep it all that bronze color or antique gold, antique bronze. How's the sale going over there? I haven't been watching. I have it on my phone. Yeah. This is Pachelbel's Canon, I think. I think I used this in my wedding instead of the wedding march. I just have Amazon Alexa on playing music, so it's just random. I like relaxing music. Got this one a little crooked. Getting a little comfortable. Staying on my game. That looks good anyway. Okay. I'm just being picky. Oh, is that right? Yeah. Oh, Kathy said I bought a heavier duty wire cutter because the lighter weight ones with metal, yeah, they get little dings in them. Exactly. These I bought, these are Lindstrom made in Sweden, and they are harder metal, so they don't get the little dings in the edge. But you have to pay more for them, of course. But that's a good tip to buy heavier duty wire cutters, maybe at a hardware store. I mean, they work probably just as well as the jeweler ones, as long as they're, like you said, the heavier duty ones. underneath has some cute little snails. Snail figurines. All right, 2 more to go. I think we're on track here. If you know any sewing lovers out there, this is a cute little bracelet. It's probably going to be, I don't know, $10 maybe. Oh, you purchased incense called Wedding Bells. Nice. I have a bunch of incense. I need to use it. Well, John doesn't like it. That's why I don't use it. When he's not here, I'll use it. He won't admit that he doesn't like it, but I know he doesn't. It's because he's had asthma in the past and has allergies. Sometimes I have those sticks. What are these called? Kathy gave them to me. They're like the little wood things that you burn and it makes smoke, and it's supposed to be better for you than sage. I can't think of what it's called. It smells a little bit like sandalwood, but not as strong as sandalwood. I can't think of the name of the sticks, but Kathy had a bunch and she said, I'll share some with you. So she sent some. Alexa, volume down. It's a particularly loud song. Palo Santo. Yes, that's it. You are correct. And I probably will never retain that in my head. Palo Santo. What could I relate that to remember? Palo Alto. City in California. And Santo, I knew somebody with the last name Santos. So I can think of her. So I want all of these to hang the right direction. If you translated it, Saint Stick. Okay. Thank you for that. That helps. I'm always learning from you. I love that. You guys, I put the last one on wrong. Put it on the upper part instead of the lower part. Dang it. Oh, is Roy's sale on yet? I ordered a couple things that I was not happy with the size. I thought it was a medium adult, but I think it's a medium youth. So I couldn't even get close to fitting in it. I'm going to see if John's very petite daughter will want it. All right, so I guess I have to redo the last one. Yeah, I mean, me getting into an adult medium is pushing at it anyway, but this is way smaller than the other mediums I've seen. So it has to be a youth medium and not an adult medium. Okay, I'm going to redo this one. The bear's tea, one bear is under my roof. Nice. To waste head pins. But I guess that's the way it goes. That's a little sharp. There's a different one. But at least if they're not precious metals, it's not too much of a waste. It's, just if you're using the sterling silver ones, it can add up if you keep making mistakes. But this is not sterling, so no problem. Put this on before I cut the other one off, so I get it on the correct side. So when you're making a charm bracelet, it's nice to have them all hanging the same way. I was realizing this as I was cleaning the kitchen, which supposedly had already been cleaned prior. I have a bit of an OCD thing and extreme attention to detail. I don't know how other people feel about how they function, but I feel like in some respects it's a curse and not a blessing, because I see things that other people overlook and I have to fix it. And so it doesn't bother other people because they don't see it, but I see it, so it bothers me. I can't just leave it there. And then I want so badly for other people to see it like I do, but they don't. So yeah, it's a little bit of a problem for me. I'm gonna move this to the other side. I think that was on the wrong side to start with. At least that's a jump ring, so I can move it easily. Let's see how it hangs now. Did you, Spirit? Yeah. It's a thing. Yeah, yeah, and I think the other day when you mentioned about, rules and being consistent, I totally get that. I want to be consistent as well. And I've said that to John too when I'd say, well, I don't really care how it goes, just as long as it's consistent. So yeah, I know you know, and you know I know what you're talking about there, Spirit. All right, so here's where I'm going to put it. Right here. Yes. So I got to remember that. There is no right or wrong, but there's a way I prefer it. So, like, I prefer to have the counters clear of dirty dishes. I prefer to not see crumbs on the floor around the trash can. I prefer to not go along and feel like I'm picking up after other people because they don't see it and I see it, but they don't see it. So I guess I'm not right or wrong. I just prefer to not see crumbs, and I can't not see them when I see them. So what are you gonna do? All right, just handle it with grace, right? And forgiveness. Been working on that actually with my dad when he was especially ramped up. He easily gets set off by people who are, let's see, how do I want to say it? They're trying to help him. They're trying to keep him safe. But every time somebody says, we're trying to help you, we're trying to keep you safe, he gets irritated by the fact that they're saying that and that he's heard it many times before. And so I've tried to talk to him about, well, or they might say something that he doesn't like and just say, hey, that person, that's just the way they're communicating. And just because you've heard it a million times doesn't mean you've heard it a million times from that particular person. And just to maybe operate with a little bit more forgiveness, not only of yourself, but other people. So, yeah. When they don't do the cleaning, they're not aware. Yeah. That's the thing, and you can't, unfortunately, when you share a space with somebody, you can't just not clean, because you have to have a clean environment to live in. So that's pretty cute. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm babbling. It's like little old sewing machines and a little button. There's another. This one actually says singer on it. And that's right, Apple. That's right. That's why when you're talking with kids and you're asking for them, or employees or something, and you're asking them to do something, you have to be really particular about it, because you can say, well, clean up after yourself. What does that look like? What does that mean, right? Yeah, I think I like this. Nothing fancy about it, but it's nice. This needle, though, is over an inch long. It's kind of an extreme, but yeah, I like it. All right, that's done. I used to be an esthetician, And people would come in for facials and they would take off their jewelry. Because we'd also do hand and arm massage, so they'd take off everything, which is great. So then I have watched more than my share of people try to put their jewelry back on, especially because there's a certain amount of time you have to flip the room to another client. And so you're only given like 5 minutes basically to review everything before and after, and help them pick out any products that they want to take home with them, talk about different conditions and how to treat it at home. And so meanwhile, sometimes they're putting on their jewelry. And so I've watched so many people just like struggle to put on jewelry. And now it's getting a little harder for me. So let's see. If I click on that link here, is it going to take me out of my live stream? Maybe I can copy the link and open a new window, because I'd like to see what Kathy's sharing. Copy link. How about paste link? Paste. And of course, it's the glasses with progressives that add to the difficulty in putting on jewelry when you can't see it very well. And dexterity in the fingers gets more challenging. No, that won't work. If I click that Instagram link, okay, it opens a new window. Oh, Amy Davies. Davies Create. Neat. Oh yeah, she takes embroidery hoops and she's sewing on the beads. That's neat. Embroidery art embellishments. Love that. I'm going to follow her. Thanks, Kathy. Love, love, love. I have a ton of embroidery hoops, small ones that I want to craft with. Good night, Pam. Thank you. Enjoy your supper. Enjoy. Sometimes I don't want to wear those glasses. So I know I have a lot of these cat things going on. Yes, dream catchers are awesome for those. Also, just take lace doilies and put them in there. You can trim around the edges. I actually saw a bunch of those at Goodwill the other day that somebody had done. I wish I had other stickers that were this size, because I'd like to make something other than cats, because I know not everybody's as cat crazy as I am. But I have these stickers, these vintage stickers of vintage cats. If I had dogs in this version or this size, that would be great. I could look for wrapping paper. Just trying to use what I have. Yeah, I love sharing that kind of stuff, you guys. Okay, yes, I have those. I have one that I left at work before the pandemic and never got it back, the magnifying headlamp, because I used to use it for lash extensions. I never got it back. I'm so mad about that because they were nice. And I do have another pair. They're in a closet from when we moved, and I haven't gotten them out. So I need to get those out. Thank you for reminding me, Kathy. Greeting cards with cute animals. That's cool. Let me look. I grabbed a little bag of junk journaling ephemera that I got from another reseller. Let's see if anything's in there that I could use for these little pendants. might have to eat a snack here in a minute. I'm getting hungry. Put this aside since I don't need these right now. I don't know if there's a lot of graphic things in here or not. Oh, okay, flowers. And then there's some vintage cards. I could use something like that. Like the little rose. I don't know if that's too big, probably. See, these are really small. These are 16 millimeter, the little circles. These are pretty tiny. To my wife. All these florals, which I love. Dear Rita. Oh, I know, Spirit. I've seen that before. I wonder if I could do that. I've seen people do that before. I'll have to try it. I love Amy. She's awesome. A lot of people signed that card. I don't know her very well, but so far my interactions with her have been fun. Good ones, positive. Didn't realize all these cards were in here. Birthday cards. Rita's collection of cards. Or maybe I should practice it right now. Get my loop. You guys could help me. Oh, I like that one. I like the plastic over the thing. Well, I think I'm striking out on things to use for those little things. Let's see. What do I have that I want to magnify? It's something that's marked with made in something. Oh, I know. I have a coral brooch here. Let's see if I can magnify the mark. If I can find it. All right, let's see. Where's the coral mark? Oh, it's under the pin. It's going to be hard to show, but let's see. Let's move the pin away. Okay, so if I put it right against the piece, it was fine when it was focused. Now it's not focused. Put my loop to the camera, move the piece to the loop, which works until my camera decides not to focus on it anymore. See how it's focused on my shirt instead? There, you can kind of see it, right? Well, I think that has potential. I do. I think I'll try that in shows. So this is the brooch that I was gifted. Now it's missing some stones. It's missing a few of the pearls right here. I don't know if my ring light is part of my camera. I guess I could turn that off. And then it's missing a rhinestone right here. It's missing a couple of rhinestones up here. And it's missing a red stone right there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to, it's missing a little pearl there. I'm going to have to figure out what the diameter of these little tiny, tiny pearls are so I can order some. And then the rhinestones. I've replaced rhinestones before. Sometimes they're not quite ever the same. They're usually slightly different. Yeah, Sabrina sent this, had Margot send this to me. She thought maybe I could do something with it. So, and since it's coral, but it's had a rough life. It has a little dent right there, but it's definitely worth doing something with. Yeah, it's a dagger. It's big. Yeah, he probably does. It's a big one. See, I have really long hands, so let's see. It's 5 inches. Yeah, Marco does find cool stuff. So that'll be a project someday, probably for my craft live. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Spirit, because I've been meaning to work on ways to magnify for the camera, and so that I can show markings a little bit better in my shows. So all of this stuff to use in some way. Like I said, I bought this like ephemera kit from a fellow reseller. It has some cardstock in there, which is nice colors. And some of this old accounting paper. And some more here. That'll be fun. Yeah, it definitely is helpful. Or handheld. Yeah, I have a couple handheld magnifiers around here. Let's see what else do I have around here. Yeah, I'd like to find some more images that I can use for these without having to go and buy stuff. So I'll have to work on that. I was going to restring this bracelet. I guess I could do that real quick. Ooh, another one. Yeah, the ledgers. That's the word, ledger. I was looking for. Oh, neat. Some people just have really great pictures that they post, huh? And you can get ideas from. Neat. Looks like Marcy follows them. Wow. Those are great pictures. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Angela knows some good Instagram people to follow. You know, I wasn't even really on Instagram until I started doing these YouTube lives, and then other people were telling me that they promote their channels with YouTube, and so that's what made me start getting on it. So I'm still learning Instagram. So this was a stretchy bracelet that I owned and wore, but it got dry and brittle, so I'm going to replace the cord. They're just like little ladybug beads. They're cute. Yeah, she has neat glass. I like projects like this and where you're just doing and you're not really having to think too much. I love these repetitive projects. Love, love, love. So I wanted to work not in a factory necessarily, but like production for somebody who designs jewelry. I see I could do that. And I have a ton of beads that I need to organize. They're just down in the closet from when we moved. I haven't brought everything up to my work area. So it was something that takes precedent, but I would love to do more jewelry crafts, bead crafts. I did that a lot in my old house pre-pandemic. So I have some of my materials out, but not all of them. I love repurposing. Love, love, love. Uh-oh, did I run out of these beads? Maybe I lost some when it broke. And I know I have more. Yeah. Don't have all the beads I need. Didn't realize that. I thought they were all there. Well, can't finish that one. That's all right. I'll finish it another time. Dog grooming TikTok. Oh, fun. Oh. That would be fun. I want to see it. I want to hear how that works, Spirit. Can you take a video? Post it when you're doing it? Oh, let's just trim that off. All right. I think I can paint. Let's see how the polka dots go on this. I don't know. Of course, I see a spot I want to change. I'm going to have to paint the white back on this spot. That's okay. I wanted to sand that down a little more. Oh, Apple, is Roy on right now? I'm missing it. You mentioned him earlier. Cricket's on with Danny. Awesome. Lots of our friends are on. Beth with Carolina Sweet Treats and Prey Days has premiere going. Roy's not on right now, but when is he on? He is on tomorrow. Okay. Just wanted to check, make sure I wasn't missing something. Oh, the show with Bridget. It was so much fun yesterday, Spirit. Yeah. She is just a wonderful person. And yeah, we get along really well and have a really fun time together. So that was fun. Yeah, I'm glad she could come on. You have a smaller file. I have this jewelry file. Oh, thanks. This little metal file. Get in that little corner. Yeah, she's definitely younger than me, I think, which is always fun. I want to do it with my daughter, Bridget. I want to have her on with me. She fell in love with Jody Renshaw and has insisted that if she goes on live with me, that Jody has to be there, which I think is a little unreasonable, to be honest. And so we were, back in early February, we were talking about doing a show, but just couldn't quite get it organized. I would love to do it on Whatnot with her. I have to figure out the split screen thing on Whatnot because I don't know how. I haven't done it. But that is a good idea. All right, that's better. Alrighty, let's paint a little. My brushes are so rough. I abuse them. Well, first of all, I don't buy great quality ones to begin with because I don't want to spend the money. And then when I do, I don't take good care of them. That's why I don't buy expensive brushes, because I don't take good care of them. Yeah. Well, see, Jody was like, I'm not going on Whatnot anymore. And then she did one time. And I'm like, wait. And that she wasn't going to go on YouTube anymore, I mean. And then she did. But then she said that she would make an exception and go on YouTube for Bridget, for my daughter Bridget. But like I said, we just didn't get it worked out. I see what you mean. Like go on YouTube with, or go on Whatnot with Jody, because she's on Whatnot. Well, that would, I don't know. don't know how Bridget would do that, because she'd have to learn how to enter everything, because with Whatnot you have to enter everything in your catalog and make sure it's weighed and everything. It's a little bit different process than just going on YouTube. And I don't mean just going on YouTube, but you have to enter things in your catalog, and either that or do it on the fly. I've been meaning to do another sale and Whatnot. I have not done it in several months now, and I want to. I just haven't done it. And I'm committed to the partners that I work with on YouTube. I want to keep that going. Yeah, live on yeah, maybe Bridget and I can do an Instagram live. Yeah, I miss seeing Jody with Paula. I like that. Yes, yes. And I'm always disappointed that Paula's on at the same time as Kathy and I on Sundays. I'd love to watch Paula live, that is. Okay, I'm gonna clean that brush a little bit so it doesn't dry on there. All right, let's see if we can add the gold. Yeah. She's a full-timer, that cat. I am definitely just part-time. Part-time. All right, I'm going to try putting polka dots on. We'll see how this goes. till I'm concentrating because I'm not talking. That one got a little messy because I was talking. Oh well, it's hand painted, right? Is there here and here? Get out of here. Grr. Keep making it bigger and messier. See, the key is to get more paint on my brush. Then it makes nicer dots. More deli than cheese on your sandwich. By deli, you mean like deli meat? What is deli? We're not as deli centric here in the West as you guys are in New York, I think. But yeah, usually cheese isn't the main event unless it's a cheese sandwich. That one was more of an oval than a dot, a circle. That's okay. Yeah, it's a New York thing. Sorry. I noticed there was a deli close to where we stayed in Boston that was hoppin' place. And John ordered a sandwich there, and if you're at all indecisive, they do not have patience for you. Kind of reminded me of the soup Nazi from Seinfeld. You have to know what you want before you get to the counter. Cold cuts. Oh, I thought you were a vegetarian. Is that, do I have that wrong? Or vegan? Or are you just dairy averse? Oh, and I don't mean just. I mean, I do. I did say that, but maybe I shouldn't say just. I don't mean anything by it, is what I mean. You do you, boo. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Cat's Deli. I think I've heard of that. Isn't that Manhattan, though? I don't know. Maybe there's a chain. I don't remember the name of the one in Boston that we went to. That was close to our hotel. It was like that. It was. But I noticed when I walked in there, thanks, Spirit. Or when I walked in there actually by myself, I was going to go in and find some chips to go with my leftover sandwich because John couldn't eat his whole sandwich when he was on. Oh, okay. That's where it is. Okay. Yeah. I get it. I noticing the gentlemen that were going in there at the same time held the door open for me, which happens in Seattle, but not quite as like charmingly, for lack of a better adjective, as not quite as intentional as those guys that were holding the door open for me. So, okay, it's in Manhattan. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to let these dry. Oh, I think I do need a snack. I feel like I'm low blood sugar. I have a protein bar here I'm going to munch on quietly if I can. Oh no, Dad just called. Left me a voicemail. I have a ringer off all the time, pretty much because he calls a lot. He was supposed to have a video call this morning and didn't do it. I think I'm going to need to call him back. Oh my God, he's all over the place with his message. He thinks he's having trouble with his phone because when he answers the phone, he doesn't hear anything, so he hangs up. Well, every time I call him, he does this. And he says he's having trouble with his phone. His phone isn't working right. But I think what is happening is because he has Parkinson's, he shakes, and also his muscles aren't responding the way he is used to. So he answers the phone, puts it up to his ear, but he doesn't put it in the right place. So I think that's what I think is happening. I don't think it's his phone, because then he'll hang up and then he'll call you back. And when he calls out, he's fine. But for some reason, when he's answering, he thinks it's not working. But I hear him answer, but then I hear him hang up because he doesn't hear me. I think he's just doing it too quickly. So that same kind of thing happened with my mom when she was declining. She was having trouble, remembering how to use her phone and stuff like that. So she had a cell phone. Dad doesn't have a cell phone. It's just the same house phone that he's had forever, same cordless phone. Because I couldn't dare get him a new one, because then he'd have to learn how to use it. We got it since I moved him. We got a new cable box because the old one was so outdated. Well, the new remote that came with the cable box was so hard for him to learn. I think I'm going to paint the middle completely. Hope I don't regret those. Anyway, Dad is having challenges. He was supposed to have a phone visit with his doctor's office this morning, and they didn't call. And then I came to find out it was supposed to be a video visit, which he couldn't have done on his own anyway. I probably had to be there for it, or I do have to be there for it because he doesn't have a computer. So we're going to have to reschedule that, and that's what he was calling about. I don't like that. Why did I do that? Boo. I like it better this way. So I guess I'll just paint over that gold and then do the spots again. This is an example of what I was talking about before. Yeah, what is that called, Kathy? It's a Japanese technique where they put the gold in the cracks. Oh, it really scares you, the shaking, yeah. Yeah, I've heard of people that young getting it. I mean, like Michael J. Fox was diagnosed pretty young. And there's, Dad didn't have real strong symptoms until he was 20 years past his diagnosis. I guess he was diagnosed in his late 50s as well. But now in his 70s, he's 79 now. It's pretty significant. One blessing is that he really doesn't have any physical pain due to it. I would think that his legs would hurt from the what they call frozen feet, where he can't really easily bend his ankles. And shuffles when he walks. But he says that's no pain. It's just kind of emotional anguish and pain that he feels with the loss of activities and loss of ability to do what he wants and walk without. Yeah, and if he's trembling, because he looks like this pretty much now, whereas before it was just minor. But now, yeah, he's like this most of the time, even with the medication. But if he focuses on it, he can usually stop it. But if he's just resting, he's like that a lot. It's hard. I mean, I'm used to seeing him looking like that now, but yeah, that's all you can do is just love them and help them out as you can. Yeah, they have multi-purpose rooms. They have a library. They have a theater room. They have a room where they do exercises. There's a balcony on his floor that has some plants and things like that. And elevators to get up and down. Kintsugi. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I have a Lennox cat figurine that completely broke when a shelf that I had not very well secured fell down. And I want to do that with the gold on the little seams because I, of course, glued it all together. Dry. This one I can probably put the clear coat on. Hopefully you can't hear my chewing. Normally I would never consider to eat on camera, but since I'm not directly on camera, I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, this air dry clay is pretty nice. I got a big block of it, way more than I needed. And so I caution you against buying bigger to get a better price because it really doesn't take much to make things with it. Even like these little eggs, I've still only scratched the surface of that block of clay. So, and it does dry out. I'll probably do a couple coats of this to get it as smooth and shiny as I can. Oh, you can't eat past 7? Wow. Well, that's good. It's 3:30 here. We haven't even had dinner yet. Oh, the metal clay? But don't you have to fire it? My mom did a lot of that work with metal clay. There's actually silver. She made a couple of rings out of it. I have. I gotta do the dots again. Oh, really? I'm terrible about eating at night. I always have a snack, and it's probably terrible for me. I haven't had any blood sugar issues, though, yet. I thought when you're diabetic or controlling your blood sugar, you're supposed to eat small meals throughout the day every couple hours. Oh, no. Oh, good. I'm glad you couldn't hear me, Kathy. I mean, Spirit. Oh, so they do have air dried metal clay. That's good. Actually, I wonder if she used a torch with it. Can't remember. I don't know what I'm going to do with those rings because I don't think anybody wants to buy them, and they're too big because she made them for herself. Too big for me. No, I think just acrylic paint for this. That's what I'm using, and it seems to work just fine. I don't think there's a special clay for using this. Do you? You can find the air dry clay. I don't need to show you what it looks like, right? I could. If you need me to, I can get out of the closet. Happy to do that. I think it's some kind of European brand. Can't remember the name of it though. Make this a little bigger. See how I'm so impatient with my painting. I want to get it done. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's why I did it with this because I liked, and it doesn't have to be fancy, and I'm not going to sell this, but I wanted to repair this little girl's ear. I think I did an okay job with it. I could probably touch up the white a little bit better since I have it out. I know. I know. I try to do a lot of stuff at once. It's just more of that pink showing. Now I feel like this ear is bigger than this ear. Everybody's on at once. Oh no. Feel free to watch them. I don't want you to miss out. Because I'm just hanging out here. You're not gonna miss anything if you go away from the screen. Should write that number down and give it to Dad. Yeah, Spirit, you do what you can. Do what you can do. I mean, the people you're working with can't understand if you have a memory lapse or something, then too bad. I'm going to mute myself real quick and make a phone. Well, shoot. Well, there's only 3 people here. I can mute and talk to Dad for a few minutes, and I'll still work on some things while I talk to him on speaker. So I'll still be here. Thanks. Well, he's not answering, and which is good. I'm glad he's going and doing things. Or he could just be in the restroom, in which case he'll probably call me back when he's out. But I'll watch for it this time. Yeah, I need to have him call his doctor's office back. So have you guys seen this before where somebody told me about this trick? You take super glue and baking soda and you can repair a little crack like this. I mean, a chip like that. Now this is just sort of a kind of resin, but it feels lighter than resin piece that I got. Made in Pennsylvania. It's called Hen Feathers, Accents for the Home and Garden. It kind of looks like, because it's rounded, it kind of looks like what you would put lipstick in, but it's about that size. But here it says Queen Bee in the piece. So I don't know if this, it looks like it's probably molded in a mold, but has that issue, and it has a little bit of the little stem missing down here. So I've been playing with this on different pieces, like I did it on here with the super glue and baking soda. I tried mixing it, but then, you know, super glue dries so fast. So then I just put the super glue on it and then kind of sprinkled the baking soda on top. I think Denise told me about it. Denise's Magical Emporium, Denise. So I wanted to use it on, now look, this tube's almost gone, but because I'm frugal, I try to get every last bit out. Waste not, want not. Let's see if I can get one more drop. Yep, there it came out. The trick is to get it in there before it dries and get the baking soda on. And then, yeah, you can actually sand it. I use that same emery board. Sounds like John and the kids are home from school. You can hear them downstairs. Ah, I think that worked. Where's my lid? There it is. Yeah, it's a neat trick. I had never heard of it. And since it dries pretty instantly, I can start sanding. Not quite dry. That's okay. It's still stayed on there. think I'm going to be able to repair this unless I use clay, which I can do. I thought this would be a good piece for practicing that on. Kind of looks dirty. I don't know if it actually is. Can you guys hear the kids? They're really teenagers instead of kids now, but yeah, it looks vintage, not dirty. Yep. So how can you listen to me and listen to them, Spirit? I mean, Apple. This is dry. Yeah, it's dry enough. Let's put another coat of this on. Get that spot that I just put spots on again. Yeah, I do mute sometimes on sales. And you see something you like and you might turn it on. Can you hear Moonlight Sonata in the background? It's a piece my cousin used to play all the time. I suppose she was practicing her piano skills. Yeah. Hopefully it's not against the rules. It probably is. If my channel gets shut down, that's why. Oh, I don't know. All right, I like those. That worked out. That worked out well. I have a little sealant on my brush. I'm going to use it on the kitty. All right. I even tried to give it a little texture when I put it on there, because since this is kind of textured. I'm on your phone. Okay, good. Here's the little boy that goes with her. Aren't they cute? Cute for springtime, huh? Yeah, I don't either. I don't use my TV too much. I mean, we do watch shows sometimes, like The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. I have a lot on my brush. What can I use it for? Oh, these guys. These are hard to paint since they're spherical. I guess just paint one side and then get the other side later. Yeah, phone and tablet are what I use, and my computer. Actually, I don't use my tablet anymore. John uses his quite often. Of course, for his work, he has multiple screens set up. Whoop. I wanted some Easter eggs, so I made some miniature Easter eggs to go in miniature Easter baskets. There's even some really tiny ones in here. Smaller than peas. Oh yeah, it could be a gift. That's how you know. You get a notification that you have a package on the way, and you're like, wait, did I buy something? I didn't buy something from them. I'll be right back. I have to go to the sink real fast. Like sometimes I turn off the notifications if that's a gift and they want to be surprised. So you can do that on pirate ship. You can take off the email, but then you have to also put it back on when you want them to get notified. I hope you guys can hear me. Sometimes I talk quietly because I feel like I'm just by myself. And I forget to project. So I got this in a bag of, in a bag of things. And it looks like a little antique picture in a little antique frame. Although this frame is kind of like plastic, but I guess it's like an early plastic. And this says DRGM. I'm going to look that up and see if that gives me a clue as to what the heck that, or who made it. DRGM. Germany. Possibly. Yeah. Early 20th century copyright. German copyright. Stands for Deutsches Reichenbauermeister. It's spelled a number of ways, including Deutsch. Yeah. Sure. Oh, so they made toys. From 1891 to 1945, they made tin toys. Well, I honestly don't know what to do with this thing. I might just... Yeah, I just have an external camera that I also use for my live sales, but usually I hook it to my computer so it's facing me, but I put it back here on a tripod because I wanted to get a good angle of what I'm working on. Because before I just kept it on my computer and had it down. I mean, ideally, I'd like to not have my computer in the way, but I want to be able to see what people are saying, and I want to see what you're seeing, too. What you're saying and you're seeing. So. And this is as far back as I can get it because it's a fold-out desk, one of those old secretary desks. So, yeah. So anyway, this is just a little plastic frame, the little easel back. Somebody had a old picture of a little girl in sort of a interesting pose, and it slides down the bottom, and then it has like a little plastic sheet over it that needs to be cleaned. And this little picture, which has seen better days. And the backing has come off of it. Well, I guess maybe it was all sandwiched together at some point. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I have some of that rub-on stuff. little bottle. Little bottle. Found the rub and buff that I had out the other day, but I'm looking for a different thing. Oh, grr, it's frustrating when I can't find something. Here it is. Here's some of this foundry wax. I think it's more for paper crafts. But then I also have this rub and buff stuff, which is great. Or yeah, I could always paint it with, this is actually gold, metallic 14 karat gold paint. It's kind of a different, yes, options. Kind of a different, definitely an older style. Lines. I don't know what would have been here. Looks like something came off. I like little frames like this. So let's see what this looks like on it. Let's try it on the back. Dries super fast. It wants to come off because it's the foundry wax. Okay. Probably can't adhere because it's so smooth. But kind of looks neat. Kind of looks almost weathered. Guess I'm not afraid to just try it. Thanks, Miss Apple. It gives it a little aged effect, which I like. All right. Hello, everybody that popped in to say hello and hang out, even if you're hanging out in the background. Hello. I don't usually go live at this time, but I decided to pop in and change my camera around, play with that, and been working on a few little projects. Appreciate the thumbs up. And where is that clear plastic? I don't see it. That clear plastic from the frame. I'm not sure where it went, but that's all right. We'll find it later. Set that aside. Oh, good. Thanks, Apple. Probably be on another few minutes. What else do I have to do, right? Can't get a hold of Dad. He must have been busy. Maybe I'll try once more. Nope, he's not answering. Okay, Apple. Thanks for coming by. See you next time. I'll send you an invoice soon. Probably Monday. I might do it Sunday for you. Yeah, I didn't do it for a while. Plus, I was busy moving and things like that. But yeah, it was hard for me to do a lot of things for a while. And it's been a year and a half, and I'm starting to get back in the swing and going on trips and just kind of rehabbing myself, if you will. Got a couple neat Christmas pins after Christmas. Well, I ordered them before Christmas. They came late. This one came to me without a bow on. I'm assuming it was a bow. Okay, wrong. It had something missing from here. See, it has little holes. I guess I'm thinking of another one that had a bow. Oh, this broke my heart. Oh, let me show you this. So this one went through the dryer because I forgot to take it off. And so it goes like this. So I can glue that back together, and I intend to. But what happened was also the rollover clasp part fell out. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything about that to make it functional again. But anyway, yeah, I understand, Spirit. That's It's really hard to lose a parent. I had no idea till it happened to me. So I need to repair that. It's on my to-do list. And this was a really cute pin. A cat pin. I'm glad that it inspired you. I'm glad that you want to get back to card making. I hope you will consider doing some lives. This is a JJ brooch. Maybe you'd recognize. That's a nice clear mark, isn't it? You can see it. It has a cute little mousey. And he looks pretty happy, so I'm glad about that. I don't want him to be sad about being in the cat's mouth. Anyway, that. So I need to find a way to fix this. I mean, I don't have the part that's missing, so I'll just have to improvise. Or maybe I can do a Google image search and see if any clues come up. And this one I don't think is marked. It's really pretty. I should put that on my... I have a little pin hanger thing over there. I'm going to add that with all cat brooches. Ugh. Folding my legs over. So I worked on this the other day. Little jewelry casket that I refinished. It was like it was originally silver, I think, and the silver had worn away to the base metal. So I used some of that rub and buff stuff and this stuff. And I have 3 different gold colors. I think this is the antique gold. And it turned out really nice. Thanks. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it was a great piece to start with. JB1678. I don't know what the... do a Google image search. I'm pretty sure I did it when I first got it at the store. Let's see what we get. Ah, there we go. Vintage heart jewelry box, silver metal. Repose silver trinket box. Antique Jennings Brothers. So it's an antique. Ah, they have it listed for $65. That's not exactly the same. You want me to rub another color? I was thinking about that, Kathy. I tried not to make it too solid when I did one color gold and then I did another gold over the top and then left a little bit of the stuff around the edge. But yeah, I might keep working on it. Jennings Brothers. Antique. I thought it might be. That's why I hesitated to refinish it, but it was looking a lot like this, where it was kind of worn away like that. And I like gold better, so yeah. I found it at Goodwill. I wanted it for myself because I like the hearts, and I don't have any other real jewelry caskets, so it's not like I was going to try to sell it. Usually I'm seeing ones like this that are gold, that have more of that square design. Or like this. That's another Johnson Brothers. I guess they made a lot of different kinds. They don't make it like this anymore. I have one of these old reproduction ones from, I think, the 70s that I've had since the 70s, since I was a kid. So it's a cute little one. Of course, it's not the heavy kind of metal. Yeah, it says Japan. Cute, right? I was gonna get rid of it, but my daughter wanted me to keep it. So, oh, I still have it. Oops, nothing's broken. All right, let's see if these are dry and I can maybe glue them on to this, and then I'll have completed a project. Yay. Let's Google image this guy real quick. Do you know it's only been a few months that I've known how to do a Google image search? I didn't even know it existed before. It's been really helpful in identifying things. Okay, Siamese cats, yep. Oh! Wait. It came with earrings on it. Or at least it's showing little cat earrings through the holes. That's interesting. Why would you make a pin like that? So this one's saying it's pewter. Pewter cat trinket box? No, that's not right. Torino. Yeah, and I don't see any mark, but it definitely is vintage because it has that old style riveted back. Interesting. Here's another one, a different style. Torino pewter cat trinket box with brooch. Oh, so maybe it went on a box. That explains why the back has those little nubbins around the edge, because it would have gone on a base sort of like this. That's interesting. So it would have been a brooch with earrings on a box, and you get it as a gift. Interesting. There it is. I wish I had the bottom, but that's where the mark is, and it would have come with cat earrings there. Okay. Interesting. I probably will never find a bottom for it. I can enjoy it as is. And maybe I can just wire something on there. That way it's temporary and not like glued on. So I don't have to worry about compromising. What would I glue or what would I put on there? So while I have my glue out, I think I'm going to glue this on here. It's going to be hard though to get it straight. I'll glue this one on first because it still has its little pin that fits in there, and that'll stay better. And then I'll glue this one because the pin is broken. Get the right angle. I'm just mad at myself for putting that, because this is a KC brooch. It actually is marked. And I wore it one day and then put it in the wash. And it probably survived the wash, but it was the dryer that got it. All right, I'm gonna open the glue. I'm gonna do these guys, glue these on. Yeah, thanks, computers. Right. Sometimes you could tell by some of those words. Sometimes you can't trust what other people are listing it as, but if you see more than one that has the same name and information, usually you can trust. By the law of averages, that is probably correct. I'll have to watch that and make sure it doesn't slop out. Oops. Put it down. On a flat surface. No, that's not going to work because the pin back. Okay. Let's do it this direction. Am I going to have to hold it? I can't hold it. I'll come back to it. Okay. These guys are going to go on. I have the glue out. Got a little excess that I want to scrape off before it dries. Okay. Nice. I'm excited. I've been looking at these for a while without the replacements and intending to get to it. Finally got to it. I'm excited. So good. Happy. Happy pappy. Now, since I have the glue out, I want to use it. I'll have to adjust that in a minute once I'm done with this glue. Gonna glue these little kitty face stickers in here. The stick, the adhesive on the glue or on the sticker is not that great, so I'm using glue on all of these. She's so cute. Look at that baby kitty. I'll do a couple of these here. And we're back to Pachelbel's Canon. I don't think they can copyright strike me on old songs like this because they're old, right? I don't know. Now that I've said it, they're probably gonna catch me. They're gonna flag my video. Okay. Those in. Do I want to do all of them, cats? I just don't know. I like them, but I don't know if other people's like them. Other people's. I don't understand all that either. Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, I can understand maybe modern music because they don't want to get in trouble for not paying the artist for using their music on their website. But now I've done it. Now I have to use all of this glue. Shoot. Oh, I squeezed it too much. I wish I could make it go back in. Oh well. It's not the end of the world, Leanne. You will live. If you waste a little glue, not the end of the world. This is how I do, you know. This is me. This is how I do it. Use it as much as I can. Put that darn lid on it right away. So that's a good idea. Kids are home from school. Kids that ride the bus out there. Probably elementary school kids. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to press all those down more in a sec. Just going to get the lid on the glue first. And maybe I won't waste any glue. That would be nice. This stuff's great because it's self-leveling. So I can just press it down and it'll go out to all the areas. Okay, lid. And then any of the sticker that's hanging off the edge can be trimmed with a craft knife. That's pretty good by itself. Ooh, that one has a lot of extra. That's going to be a mess to clean up, but that's all right. I can do it. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Just hanging out this afternoon, doing a little crafting, unscheduled crafting. Worked on my camera angle, getting a little bit better for myself. Getting better for people to watch me. Worked on lots of different things today. Been a very productive craft day for me. Excuse me. Had the glue out to glue the replacement bows on these two, and then I decided, okay, I'm gonna use the glue since I have it out, and then proceeded to make a big mess. This one has more underneath than it needs to. Okay, I think the paper towel works. Oh, good. Glad you're doing well. Having fun, I hope. Doing some fun stuff. Not working too hard, I hope. This one's kind of a grumpy cat. Renee was asking for a grumpy cat. This one's sort of that way. Not the grumpy cat, of course. Oh, we all like to put things off. One time I asked my doctor, who was a really neat guy, because we were talking about exercise. I go, I don't know why I'm so lazy. And he goes, humans are inherently lazy. We don't want to expel energy that we don't have to. And I was just like, wow, I think you're right. You know, he could have just said, oh, everybody's like that. But he just said, humans are inherently lazy. It's a fact. I thought that was funny. Oh, I'm getting out my craft knife. I have the glue firmly closed. I mean, I hate to hear like my boyfriend will say, "Oh, I said, why didn't you do this?" Not to be mean or nitpicky, but you know, he'll say it to himself sometimes too. He goes, "Oh, I'm just lazy." I'm like, don't tell yourself that. I wonder if he's watching. Probably. Might be on mute, which I hope. But so yeah, I cut away the edges that are sticking out. So these cat stickers really fit nicely in here. So that's partly why they're all of them are cats, but I just couldn't find any others. Plus, I ordered more of these, so I'll be able to make more with other images if I can find some that fit. Of course, I could wait a little bit longer, but I'm impatient. And this helps get any excess out that might be hanging out underneath that doesn't need to be there. So I booked I don't know if anyone was here at the beginning. I think I talked about it then. I booked my trip to Colorado to see Heather Elizabeth and her husband and just do some sightseeing down there. So I'm excited. I guess I'm just excited that I actually made some decisions about where to stay. And of course, I had help, my partner John. But thank you, John. So yeah, gonna get out of town again. That's my goal this year. I just want to get out of town every couple months. Yeah, I'm going to be spending some money on that. Yeah, I don't really have a steady income, but I've had a lot going on the last couple of years and haven't been focused on myself, and now's the time to do it. And I'm not going to live forever. Live while you can. Were you trying to stay up late for work? Oh, jeez. Oh, I was high from the blood pressure. Darn it. I've been having trouble with the acid in coffee lately with my stomach. So I decided to try some low acid coffee. And it's actually not too bad. We've decided to mix it with our regular Starbucks coffee. So yeah, I want you to get out and about. Yeah, because I didn't travel much as a kid. I didn't travel much as a young adult. Had my kids. Didn't travel too much except for Disneyland. That's where my husband wanted to go the most. And it was fun to do with the young kids, but I haven't been to Europe. I haven't been to another continent at all. I haven't been to Mexico. Been to a little bit of Canada, the west side, closer to where I live. So, yeah. I have time right now since I'm basically taking care of my dad and his affairs and not working a job where I have to ask for time off and things like that. So I thought, now's the time to do it. So I'm fortunate that I am in the position where I can. Yeah, that happens. It happens, Spirit, where you're usually on track and then something happens and then, well, you get back on track. No biggie. Helps you remember a little bit more next time when you can remember the unfortunate consequences that you suffer because of it. I do it all the time. My nighttime eating is the worst. I need to break that habit because it's a stress response, and I need to learn better coping mechanisms, coping methods, because my stomach, not to mention the calories, of course, but probably affects my sleep as well. Like Apple was saying earlier, she can't eat past 7, otherwise it affects her sleep. What does that mean? Are you a runaround? Yeah, coffee can backfire on you. Not sure I know what you mean, Spirit, or if you're talking to me or not. You can clarify for me. I'd appreciate it. Maybe you're talking about when I go to Colorado. Definitely going to go sightsee, hit some of the natural wonders that are down there, the parks, and see, whoops, my blade came out. It's obviously a little loose. All right. I love this kind of thing, putting together these little cabochon images, little pendants. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a outdoor sightseer than a art museum and that kind of thing sightseer, but and I really like going to water. Which I was talking to John last night. I was like, well, we could go to the waterfront. And I'm like, wait, this is Colorado. They might have lakes, sure, but they don't have like the Pacific Ocean. And when we went to Boston, we stayed right by the harbor. So it's going to be a little different. And I guess when we went to Palm Springs, it wasn't by water, but we stayed at a resort that had a pool, and I felt like I was by water. So, Margaritaville. We went to Margaritaville early last month, so actually end of January. Came back early February. And I don't know where I'm going next. What do you all suggest? I really want to go on a road trip, but John has trouble being away for more than a week, and a road trip sometimes takes a little longer. I guess I could go, I don't know, to Oregon or Idaho. But I've been there, done that so many times. I also like to relax when I go on a trip. Like that's mostly what I did in Palm Springs. Now, I had a pretty big abdominal surgery a couple months ago, so I'm still kind of getting back into the swing of doing more physical things. But we did go on a bike ride when we were down there, and that was really fun because we were able to just rent the little bikes at the hotel for free. That was great. Lots of those motels and resorts down there have bikes for tourists. Yeah, Spirit, I want to go to a tropical beach too. That sounds wonderful. I haven't been to any kind of tropics except for a few days in Hawaii. My best friend got married there in my early 20s, and I was maid of honor. Actually, mid 20s. I already had my oldest daughter. I now remember. But that was just literally, I think, 3 nights, and that was it. So I didn't see a lot, but we were on Maui, and I got to see the banyan tree park. That was fun. There, I mean, we were right there, just walking distance from them, and she got married on the beach, and it was lovely. We had, of course, a luau that we went to with the hula dancers and the fire jugglers and stuff like that. Yeah, I want a lazy trip too. That sounds great. Lazy trip. But yeah, the trip to Colorado is probably going to be running around, seeing some antique shops, probably with Heather Elizabeth. And you guys know her, right? She's on YouTube. Antique Agenda is her channel name. And I just love her. I am in love with her. I am. I'll admit it. Hopefully she likes me as much as I like her. But that's okay. Even if she doesn't, I'm good with it. Oh, I know. Island hopping. It's so darn expensive over there. I know. Makes it hard to go, but it's probably worth it. I think that's the longest I've been on crafting before. I think I've been on most of the afternoon. It's 4:38. John's probably still working. Sometimes he can play hooky and we can go for a walk in the late afternoon. Lately, he's had to pick up the kids, which takes an extra couple hours off his work day. So he probably doesn't have time for that today. Okay, bye, Danielle. Thanks so much for coming in. I am fangirling. You're right. Yeah, I am. I'll admit it. But I think it's mutual. Bye, Danielle. Take good care, my dear, until we see you again. I'm just really trying to make friends. So just you and me here, Spirit, right? There's only a couple people lurking. So when I got married, 25, I think I was. I married a guy who was, I'm not going to say controlling. I'm going to say, well, I wanted to spend time with him. I wanted to be around him. But he had his own agenda and did a lot of just not going around outside of the house by himself, but just kind of kept to himself and kept himself busy with like computer games and stuff like that. I wanted to do more things together. I didn't realize that we weren't going to be doing that. And we got pregnant right away. Oh, you're hot gluing. That keeps you busy and away from the keyboard, Kathy. So I didn't get out and do much. Partly because, I wanted to be with him and also our kids. Then we had kids and somebody had to take care of the kids. I mean, he did some things. I'm not going to say he didn't do anything, but he went to work, and when he wasn't working, he wanted to be playing his games. So I feel like I sacrificed a lot for a lot of years. We were married 25 years before he passed away, and almost 25 years, just short. And that was about the time when the kids were definitely in college, but hadn't technically moved completely out. My oldest is still in college. She's a grad student, PhD student. But anyway, I didn't do a lot of anything for myself. And now, especially after my mom died, and I can see how, she didn't do everything that she wanted to do. I just want to get back to living my life that I don't think I ever really did in the first place. Yeah, well, sitting still, I mean, this is sitting still for a long time for me, but sitting still in front of a computer is not my idea of a good time. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I'm running around doing other things at the same time, not sitting. Now, not to say that somebody else can't do that. I'm not criticizing that. But when you're in a relationship and one person isn't participating as much as the other person, it can be tough. It can be tough on the person that wants to do more stuff. So, I mean, relationships are hard anyway. Taking two personalities and putting them together. Really? Yeah. Yeah. I've always liked you, Spirit. We're always somewhat kindred spirits, for lack of a better term. It gives me goosebumps to think about it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and talking with me and forgiving me and just being a wonderful human being. It means a lot. I know we're not in person, real life friends, and we don't talk all the time, but it's nice. That's good. That's what I want. Thank you. We have so many great friends here on Vintage World. I'm going to answer this. Dad is calling. Okay, Dad's got the phone number. I think he's in a good frame of mind at the moment, and he's going to call his behavioral health office and talk to. They wanted to follow up with him after his hospital discharge, and we somehow missed their call this morning. They were supposed to call for a phone visit this morning, and it's funny. Dad's like, he wanted to go to a production that was, I guess they all went to. A place he'd never been before, so I guess they bussed everybody over. And so he had to leave at a certain time, couldn't wait around for the phone call. I think that's kind of funny because I think he thinks of it as like a casual phone call, but it was actually an appointment. He prioritized going to this other thing. But whatever, I'm sure the behavioral health office department for Kaiser is fully aware that humans are humans and things are going to happen. So I try not to stress about it or make it my responsibility, but I am the person that helps Dad manage these things. So yeah, I'm glad that he went, especially after being in the hospital for a month in the psych ward. I'm sure he needed to get out and have some fresh air and do some things other than listen to people. Yeah, it was better for him. Exactly, my dear. So they'll understand, and I'm having him call them back and just let them know. And he has another appointment later in the month with them anyway, with his regular psychiatrist. So he's good. It's fine. And Monday, there's an appointment with his primary doctor, a video visit, and with the neurologist, another video visit. So I'm going to have a busy Monday because I'm going to have to go over there with my laptop and help him with that. So, yay. Did you guys see I made polka dot bows and a tie for this guy and a bow for this girl. And I love them. They came to me with broken, missing parts, and I just made these with clay, air dry clay, and painted them. I think they came out pretty cute. It helps me so much to yeah, he has a brother and a sister. Both are a little younger, but his sister takes care of her elderly and disabled husband, and his brother just started a new relationship and has been single his whole life and is a little bit something also, and he lives in Sacramento. So unless he offered and had a place for Dad, they're not going to do it. Yeah, it's a great day. And I don't have any brothers or sisters, so I can't. One thing I could do that was suggested to me if I wanted to do it was get him a care manager. Of course, you have to pay for that. And then I was thinking I still have to manage the manager, making sure that that person is paid and doing, what they need to do. Plus, he lives in an assisted living, which is the whole reason I moved him there to begin with, is to have more care. I don't think my role is ever going to be able to go away, unless, of course, he passes, which I see a decline. Definitely see a decline. We're just going to do the best we can while we can. So, yeah, as caregivers is right. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go see what John's doing, kind of make him stop working at 5 if he can. And clean up my mess here. And have dinner probably soon. I repaired this little thing. I'm gonna probably paint it to kind of camouflage it a little bit more. So I'll probably try to save that till next time. So yeah, you have to manage the people that manage him. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Already paying a lot for assisted living. So. And we're adding med management. So instead of me laying it out for him to take on his own, they're going to be giving it to him, supposedly. So yes, thanks for the visit. This is great. This is why I do it, because I need to get out of my own head sometimes. So appreciate you all so much for coming and hanging out, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.